GM crypto news analysis here. It is January 31st. And before I get on this video, I just want to say none of the tickets I'm talking about in this video are buy or sell signals, right? And these tokens, all on my own conviction for where I think the current market direction is going. And before I get on with that, I just want to say I am not being paid to talk about any of these tickers. They're all of my own research. So let's just get on with the video. So let's talk about the price action. So I usually like to talk about in the last few weeks about AI. Right now, AI is a little bit cooked. Virtuals looks like it seems to be a bit recovering, hopefully, but a lot of virtual tokens are not doing good. And there's some reasons for this price action. Kind of sucks, but virtuals isn't really doing the best here. And in comparison on Solana as well. Okay, as you can see, not the best. ARC, also a bit of a correction today, and a lot of tokens are not really looking the best, especially on the AI sector. If we look at the meme coin sector on Solana memes also not really looking the best. Popcast is going sideways. It can't go much lower from here, but Retardio, for example, not doing the best. A lot of tokens here, basically they are kind of getting not good times. And on comparison on base memes are also kind of twerking on the bed sheets here with KeyCat. It's actually pretty strong in comparison to the Solana memes, but also the other caps like OKX, Garlo, Dogami. Like base memes are the strongest by far in comparison to Solana memes, because base memes are pretty much up 2 to 3x since I started talking about them a few weeks ago, while Solana memes are just cooked here. But I'll talk a bit more about the Solana memes because I actually think there are some good opportunities here in Solana memes, because a lot of them are bottomed, and I'm going to talk about it, but let's just talk about the cookie.fund dashboard. So this is mainly AI. So AI, I still think AI is still going to be a really big narrative, especially in the coming weeks. So I think in the short term, where the price action is going to go is base memes. Base memes are going to go fucking insane, especially with Ethereum. So Ethereum is just finally starting to break out. It's most likely going to retest its trend line in Monday, Tuesday or so. But we're going into February. March is historically one of the best months for crypto, especially in this 4-year cycle, because of liquidity being increased and the TJ spend down, where the government spends a shit ton of money from their checking account, which allows more liquidity to flow into retail consumers, which increases a risk on sentiment for people to buy cryptocurrencies, and especially altcoins, because people like to see these small ass prices. They're like, oh my gosh, Pepe to $10, even though they don't even realize how market cap works. So people see these small ass prices, they love the altcoins, and they're going to pump the shit out of them, and that is most likely going to happen in the next couple of weeks, especially in February and March. But right now, pretty fucking horrible times if you've been bag holding, but don't worry, these times will reverse in the next few weeks in February or so. But basically, I think the next liquidity rotation shift is base memes. I've been screaming about base memes for the last couple videos or so. They're going to be probably one of the biggest narratives right now. Like, still, nobody fucking on crypto Twitter is even talking about this shit. Everyone's still on Solana getting rugged with celeb tokens, but base memes are going to be where it's fucking at. And base AI virtuals, I think it might also pump too, but I don't know. I'm a bit shifty on virtuals right now. I'm more on base memes. I'm more bullish on that than virtuals AI currently. But I'll talk about it a bit more in some later tweets about that. But let's talk about this. So briefly, market cap wise going down, sub 10 billion for AI. AI is still should be one of the biggest narratives, but not really looking the best because the majors are fucking us because of some Trump tariff news. But yeah, it doesn't really look the best right now for AI. I talk about Solana memes. So I want to go over this technical analysis theory. So, oh my gosh, technical analysis, what the fuck, bro? It's not even real. But I just want to talk about the Elliott wave theory. So I've been doing some research on this, and it's essentially this waves theory where price action likes to follow this sort of a up and then down, up and then down, up and down, and up, and like it follows this correction impulse move with a lot of charts here. So let's look at the description. Elliott wave theory, a theory in technical analysis that attributes wave-like price patterns, identify the various scales to trader psychology and investor sentiment. And I just want to talk about this where Solana memes, we know liquidity is rotational and a lot of things, pretty much everything is pump and dump, but it depends on the time frame. Now, all Solana memes, all meme coins, even base meme coins are pump and dump, but it depends on the time frame for those. And as a result of that, a lot of these markets are fractal. So you could see these Elliott wave theories within the second chart even, but it's most likely more useful to see in the daily chart. So I want to talk about some examples here with the Elliott wave theory. So I'm going to look at perhaps one coin, Inu. So this is a pretty shitty micro cap, or I wouldn't say shitty, but this coin should. It's pretty much a prime example of this Elliott wave theory, where we see here. So this is the first impulse wave. So this is one, and then okay down. Okay, now another impulse, and then down, and then boom, and then down. So this is the first Elliott wave theory right here. The Elliott's wave cycle. And then now it's just bleeding down. And eventually, as you guys can see from the Elliott wave theory, you see coins like these and you see them being pretty much dead. And you're like, oh, this will never be pumped again. We got to realize these meme coins, there's always going to be some influencer that looks at these things and they're like, oh, look, the chart's been bottom out for a while. And they start picking up the meme coins, start shilling it all over the place and grab attention and front run all these people and dump on them later. As you guys can see, even downtrends like these can be reversed quite insanely because of the Elliott wave theory, where we see this. So it follows this, and currently Inu's at this C level, and eventually this is cyclical. So look at this. So yeah, after this downtrend, it starts another uptrend, and usually this uptrend of meme coins, where we know that liquidity increases throughout the bull market, then these phases are going to get even fucking bigger. So Inu is not just going to peak out at 5 million. It could go even higher, maybe 12, 15 million or something from here. And I'm not saying this is a signal, by the way. I don't have this token, but this is just an example. And I want to give you guys some more examples about this. So I'll look at Nom Nom, for example. So this is an old coin that ran from 4 million to 100 million, basically, because there was some Binance rumors or some shit. It never got listed, which is why I dumped all the way to 2 million again. But this coin is also a good example of Elliott wave theory. So look, one, boom. Okay, another leg here, boom. Another leg, okay, boom. Okay, now that is the top of the Elliott wave theory, boom, and then bleeds down. That was the first wave cycle here. And then it starts it again. Okay, boom, boom. Okay, it goes pretty much higher. So this is the second wave. And then now it consolidates a bit. And then boom, the third fucking peak for Nom Nom is at 100 million. So these meme coins can have insane multiples like this, and they could be even more increased. So obviously this is at a very overbought zone, and it's because there was the Binance rumors, all of the bullshit, and you can play these type of things, try to play the Elliott wave theory and try to get in at around the C level here if you identify it within these charts. And usually a game you can do is you find these meme coins, the Solana meme coins especially, because I usually see these Elliott wave theory charts the most in Solana meme coins. And base meme coins, they happen too. On AI coins, not really, because they're not old enough for that. But even these coins that are a couple months old, you can see these tokens that have 2 Elliott wave theory cycles completed and then down 95%. So I saw this theory from this person on Twitter, so I'm just gonna look him up really quick. Yeah, so I really like this guy's account, Whale Watcher. So this is where I got the idea from, and I formulated my own mind and theorized, okay, this is actually kind of cooking here. Like, this guy is completely outperforming like 99% of crypto Twitter here, putting his $500 or some shit into like 6 figures in a couple months. I don't know. This guy's fucking insane. But basically, this guy's saying, I will say it because of this price action is the reason I made a rule in August. I'll never buy a meme coin above 10 million market cap again, and I've stuck to that. 1 to 3 million market cap has by far outperformed every other price action category I've traded in the last 10 months. Each one was a 95% retrace bid on a meme community coin after 2 complete Elliott wave cycles. So all-time high ABC, all-time high ABC, bidding into accumulation of C. So yeah, I was saying here, you buy at the C here until the next cycle. And then it's a very simple strat, to be honest, and it's the 5th time memes have allowed it in 10 months. It's by far the largest capitulation market reset on memes, but volatility is what moves the market. It's happened 5 times in 10 months. I'm supposed to believe it's over this time? Nah. So yeah, as we can see, there is always some Elliott wave cycle. So even Nom Nom, for example, it's currently in the accumulation of its C. It's probably going to continue another Elliott wave theory chart, and it could go even fucking higher than 100 million, honestly. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to give you price targets, but this can go even higher, maybe 200 million, 300 million. We'll see what the fuck is going to happen. But that's obviously like 100x from this low. It's like, I'm not saying you should buy it, but obviously if it follows the Elliott wave theory, then it's most likely going to continue another cycle, assuming you believe in the Solana super cycle for meme coins. And what you can do right now on Solana memes, so I was theorizing this about a couple days ago about what you should buy. And I think, so me personally, I don't have the biggest stack in comparison to these other crypto Twitter motherfuckers of millions of dollars. And as a result of that, I have to expose myself to more risk in these altcoins, which is why I'm in the altcoin trenches, so I can get the fuck out of this place. But what I suggest you guys, so I'm assuming perhaps some of you guys also don't have as much capital as well, similarly to me, right? And me, I've done a lot of fucking research on these things, technical analysis, I'm finding the gems, all this stuff, and I've made this whole list of good ass coins potentially. And I would suggest you guys to look at some of these tokens that have this opportunity with this Elliott wave cycle. So And you also want to have a qualitative aspect of the meme coin. So meme coins, there's always some sort of qualitative narrative behind it. And like, as a cat coin, dog coin, or culture coin, whatever the fuck it is, like, usually you want to see it check the boxes. Okay, has it survived a bunch of 90% retraces? Okay, does it have an active community? Okay, is it meme? Does it make sense? Is it funny? Will retail like it? Will other people like it? So it's things like that, right? There's the qualitative aspect, and it's something of your own intuition, sort of, because the meme has to be pretty funny. But you can also look into charts. So Let 'em Cook is one, for example, that I like. And as we can see from here, this is a 1 million market cap shitter, like just basically at zero. But you would probably look at this and be like, okay, why will this ever be pumped again? And Let 'em Cook, honestly, I probably use this phrase so much times in my own life, and pretty much Gen Z uses this all the fucking time. So something like this is extremely undervalued in my own opinion. That's just my opinion, honestly. But as we can see from here, again, Elliott wave theory. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, that was the top of that, and then that was the completion of one cycle, and then it did a second cycle. Boom. Okay, now, and then now it's starting its third cycle. So now we see this. Okay, this is the first move. Okay, now we are at the bottom of here. So I personally bought some down here, and I sized in pretty fucking heavily because I believe in this theory. And if that's the case, then this is gonna do another fucking explosive move, like 5x or so, and probably accumulate here. And then it's going to do its top move all the way up here. So in terms of the ascending wedge, the resistance will be at like 30 million or something, but it could go much higher, like Nom Nom, assuming there's some sort of fucking crazy narrative and it goes to like, what, 50, 100 million or something. It depends on the narrative of it, but I personally think it has a good probability of getting up there, even past this resistance level, because this is the base case, right? And there's always a higher case for it could go higher because of its narrative. Like, maybe it gets all over Twitter or something, and you can front run that event by being like me and buying at this level here, wave 2, the bottom here, which is Let 'em Cook is currently at, because it's starting the first Elliott wave, their third Elliott wave cycle. And as a result of that, you can play until it gets to this wave 5, and then you take your profits all the way up there. And at a base case, again, 30 million because of resistance, but it can go much higher depending on the narrative, right? Because we also saw what happened with Nom Nom, and there's probably going to be much better market conditions. So this could go, honestly, there's some probability of it going higher, but this is honestly the base case, right? And you want to make sure that the coins that follow this Elliott wave theory actually have some sort of a good narrative. So Let 'em Cook, I personally use this all the fucking time. So I like this. I have a lot of conviction in this one personally, and I did some capital rotation for myself because I want some disproportionate gains in comparison to other people, because I'm willing to put in the work to get these gains. So you can play this game, and I'm not saying you should buy this one specific. I personally, when I looked at all the other tokens that are following this Elliott wave cycle, Let 'em Cook is probably one of the best. So you do your own research for that, see if you agree with me or not, and do your own research on Elliott wave theory, how it works. But trust me, a lot of fucking meme coin charts on Solana follow this. Even Selfie Dog somehow. Okay, it's a little bit more difficult, but even Selfie Dog. Okay, so yeah, actually, it's kind of pretty difficult to see it in Selfie Dog, but the tokens that follow the Elliott wave theory to a T most likely will follow it once again. And currently, Cook is on his third Elliott wave cycle. And last time it went to 18 million. And we know that with every wave cycle, they get much fucking higher. So I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen. But I have a lot of conviction in this Solana meme coin, for example. So if you have a smaller stack, look for the active communities that follow the 2 Elliott wave cycle, which I said with the whale watcher tip. This is complete fucking alpha, by the way, because nobody fucking talks about this in crypto Twitter. Nobody's really giving this advice. Nobody, they just want to shield their tokens to you, dump on your ass, and leave you broke and poor. And I'm out here trying to give you some tips on how you can front run these motherfuckers and make some fucking gains, man. And I'll say, like, where you should take profits on this, by the way. 30 million is honestly a good taste, but like 50, 80 million ish. Good times, right? And that's like a 30, 40x from here. So if you size in accordingly, you can make some life-changing money. So that's just what I'm trying to say here. Look at these Elliott wave theories, and obviously there's more tokens besides this, but this is a good example in my opinion. Nom Nom, it could be at the beginning of, it could start its third wave cycle. We'll see what's going to happen, but it has to chill a bit more because it did a fucking explosive run, right? But even a lot of tokens, but I don't want to drag on just Elliott wave cycle saying much more because I think it's extremely interesting, by the way, but the tokens that follow it are very good options, by the way. Oh yeah, and one last thing. So Me personally, I am able to take a lot more risk than other people, by the way, because I'm a younger person and I just started making money. So I don't really have as much responsibility as other people who have a bunch of kids and shit, right? So obviously practice some risk management. Even though this theory has a very high success rate, you want to still practice some risk management. So me personally, I do a barbell within a barbell. So I do 70% of my money into high cap and then like 30% into this even smaller low cap. But I'm really concentrating my funds, sizing it accordingly because I want these outsized gains and have some conviction in it. But I just wanted to make that comment quite briefly. Practice some risk management, please, and don't lose your savings. But let's look at this tweet finally. So established tech founders are using crypto to go to market. Less than an hour ago, Venmo founders announced their new social app Jelly via the launch of a Solana meme coin with the parallel intention of immediately building a community. They did just this, and we all watched it in real time for the first time on Solana. Are you paying attention? Seasoned Web2 tech leaders are recognizing Solana's blockchain powers for community building. Next wave of social platforms are being built on Solana with meme coins as the cultural foundation. It's incredibly exciting. We're only just beginning. So he's talking about this Jelly coin. So I'll just look it up for you guys, but it's this. So I think the Venmo founder made this for some shit, and it ran up to pretty much 300 million in a couple hours. But this is an AI tech coin, and you got to realize that people are launching their tokens on fucking Solana. And obviously, they're out here to get your money. And it's a really hard game to play these things, by the way. You have to be there within minutes, seconds, and to buy the token to make any sort of money, or else you can get dumped on. So it's an extremely fucking hard game to play. But you look at these things, and yeah, tech founders are tokenizing their products on the blockchain instead of the traditional routes where they get VC funds and then they somehow tokenize their product on the stock markets. But the blockchain is more accessible for those people and they don't have to go through all of the legal bullshit. So let's look at this next tweet. I found something bullish. So this is a picture of the altcoin dominance of Bitcoin. So yeah, honestly, you could also see this is following the Elliott wave theory as well. So 1 and then 2, okay, boom, boom, okay, boom. And now this is about to start the third Elliott wave theory cycle. And who knows how fucking high it's going to go. It's probably going to follow this. I don't have the chart open by this, but as we can see from here, it's going to get quite fucking insane. We are at the start of this altcoin season, so it's going to get fucking insane. So let's look at the next tweet. Base chain just flipped BNB chain and daily active users after being 1/10 the size. Infrastructure flowing in with G-Trade crossing 1 billion volume. Toshi doing more volume than ETH on base. 86% holder retention, 50% supply untouched for 3+ months. First base token listing won't be the last. Base ecosystem expanding across DeFi, AI gaming, cash wallet launch plus Giza ARM for stables, Toshi 7-day and market cap. So yeah, you got to realize that base chain is gaining so much attention, or at least in terms of liquidity being bridged there, even compared to BNB, even though it's 10th of the size. So yeah, I've been screaming about base for the last few weeks. It's going to be fucking huge. The risk reward is insane. You position yourself in the top meme coins, you're going to get fucking rich. And this is what I've been saying, right? Buy some of these base meme coins and you're going to be chilling. And you can also play the AI, but I think base meme coins will bounce harder in comparison because that's how it's been in the last few weeks, at least. And the base meme coins, they've been having a bear market after that, and virtuals, they probably need to go sideways more because virtuals was up only, right? So it's probably just a liquidity rotation, and most likely with what we saw of Toshi, most likely going to be much better times for base. So let's look at the next tweet. Justin, Michael Saylor featured on the latest cover of Forbes as the Bitcoin alchemist. So he's on the Forbes news. So now retail is like, oh my gosh, the face of Bitcoin's on here. And this is obviously a top signal. But by the way, this is not a top signal at all. It could be a top signal for Bitcoin because as we saw with the altcoin dominance chart, we are at the start of the Elliott wave cycle of the first one. We're at the start of wave 1 for the altcoin season, and that's going to be fucking insane, right? So I just wanted to tell you guys that. So let's look at the next tweet. Yesterday, Jesse Pollack and I am Paul Graywell talked about how community demand was a factor when listing coins. Clearly, it wasn't a factor here as there was no time for community to even develop before listing VVV. Goes to show you that you shouldn't break your own rules over the hype of a narrative. Same applies to Trump. I understand why they listed these coins, but believes that the relative performance of Toshi against Trump and VVV gives clarity on what people truly want to trade on base. So yeah, Coinbase listed the VVV token, which is a API usage of DeepSeek, by the way, without any privacy concerns, and it pretty much pumped all the way down and then went all the way fucking down. And let's look at a chart of it, by the way. So Venus, yeah, not really looking the best. It could do reversal because some people like to trade it, but as we can see here, Coinbase, they should be listing the coins of actual communities like the base meme coins, Toshi, Kiket, all of these ones. Like Toshi was always pretty good, right? Toshi's holding up really well, while VVV not really doing the best here. So yeah, pretty much shows where people are more interested in bidding their capital instead of AI coins. So this is next tweet. Feeling stressed? Here's some advice from AXBT agent. I would also add, it only works if you're holding solid AI crypto IMO tokens. So he's talking about AI. AI will be bouncing back, but I think meme coins will go higher first. But for those who are feeling stressed out, what should they do? Stop watching charts every minute. Best plays come from conviction and patience, not emotional trading. Look at hyperliquid, steady climb from fundamentals and development rather than panic trading. Hold strong positions, set alerts, and go touch grass. Market's not going anywhere. Proper position sizing is also key. If your positions are making you stressed, you're probably over leveraged. Scale back and build back up with a clear head. So yeah, XBT is basically saying just DCA into these top coins and just chill out because it's gonna be all good. Times look pretty rough right now, but times are gonna look very good as we saw from the altcoin chart. It's gonna be fucking insane, by the way. So get fucking ready for this. It's gonna be probably one of the best times, especially in 2025. It's been very rough, but again, I just want to iterate that. But also, what he's saying here, XBT, his advice really works well if you have a pretty big portfolio. So I would say above 6 figures or so. Then if you have above 6 figures, then doing something like this and you're pretty much okay with maybe 5x or so on your token because that's pretty decent money for you, then okay, then this is not a bad play. Position yourself into higher caps like AXBT, ARC, whatever the fuck, and you just have to chill with those and they're pretty much going to go up, right? But if you're someone like me and has lower capital, it's probably better if you follow like the Elliott wave theory, which I think is complete fucking alpha. Nobody talks about this. I don't know why. It's probably because it's such a hidden art for becoming fucking rich, but I'm just going to I don't know why the fuck I'm saying this for free, dude. I should be charging for this. I don't fucking know, dude. But let's look at this next tweet. Ryan Garcia launched the meme coin yesterday. Ryan. Today is 89% and he's deleted the tweet website. Welcome to crypto. So yeah, Ryan Garcia, some fighter dude. He launched the meme coin and pretty much down. All these celebrities are launching meme coins basically. I'm going to talk about another one, which is kind of scummy. But let's just next tweet. Only thing that matters in crypto is speculative value. That's why gaming and metaverse were big last cycle. It felt like fresh applications and new tech. But speculative value wears off when there is nothing new to capture attention. AI is in the same place right now. Difference is advancements have been so fast that I believe we will have many waves of speculative bubbles. There's nothing else in the market that can pump out new advancements and hence new reasons for speculation so rapidly. It is also why we will move so rapidly through stages. So yeah, AI currently, so I know it's not looking the best. The price is exponentially increasing on itself because of speculation, although perhaps the price won't reflect the actual value, but there's the speculative value as well, right? But AI is probably one of the best sectors to capture the speculative value, which is probably where most of the gains come in. And as a result, in comparison to meme coins, like where the speculation for meme coins, okay, so it's funny, right? But for AI, there's a lot of speculation because a lot of people, they don't really understand the AI and they just think it's so fucking cool, even though probably some of them are ChatGPT wrappers. But that speculative value makes their price go way fucking higher than they should be, and you can profit off of this when you know this concept, right? So let's look at the next tweet. This is the year's ETH price action. It hasn't even reclaimed all-time high. Coinbase has completely regulatory clarity and is ready to inject motherfucking trillions into base. An infant chain barely a year old that has been clowned on all year is literally America's L2. ETH is going to print an ungodly green dildo in everyone's face, and base will capture all of the upside. We are not ready for what's about to happen. So yeah, you got to realize that base chain, by the way, it is an American chain. And we know what Donald Trump feels about these American chains, where he might do 0% crypto federal gains tax on these shit. So if you make money on base, you most likely might not even get taxed for it, which is insane because it is a US based chain here. That is not confirmed, by the way. I think it's just rumors, but if that's the case, that's super fucking bullish for base. And also Solana is American based as well. But basically, it's gonna be very fucking nice, especially what's gonna happen to base, and especially if Ethereum, where base is built on Ethereum, right? And Ethereum is just about to start to reverse out of its trend line. It's gonna be fucking amazing. But let's get next tweet. Solana meme coin dog with hat has no deal with Las Vegas spear venue says. So yeah, so I'm just gonna look at dog with hat really quick. So dog with hat, it bumped after its capitulation under 1 billion to a little bit over like a 40% because they released some news that, oh my gosh, we're gonna partner with Vegas, but it seems like they're actually capping, and now there's some fuckery with it. So I still think it's gonna be fine. dog we've had because of Lindy, but this is obviously some weird fuckery that you don't like really like to see in meme coins, right? But I still think dog we've had can be just fine. But let's look at the next tweet. My take isn't great for virtuals, to be honest. I think Solana is totally the wrong move and appears to be exit liquidity. Buybacks were a terrible move and should have been given to devs and the DAO. The move to Solana appears to be an exit liquidity strat. I think the good agents will be okay. The ones with good teams. Last week, I risked off a lot and bolstered up my ETH bag. I see similarities with the end of DeFi season, to be honest. So look at this. Bad month. A lot of tokens are down. And I'm sure some of you guys probably bought those for my own credit a few weeks ago, that when virtuals was like all-time highs and shit, I was like, okay, this might be a local top, guys. Like, I was saying that, which me personally, I was de-risking a lot of my own virtuals and rotating into base meme coins, which worked out, right? But a lot of people were calling for 10 billion of virtuals, all this shit. I'm like, okay, this feels somewhat of a top. So I was de-risking from it. And obviously it was, in retrospect, a top. And what he said here, where virtuals essentially going to Solana, having the exit liquidity and the agents. So I'm just going to give advice for AI agents on virtuals. So a lot of AI agents, these are basically the meme coins of virtuals, and the only coins that are going to suck up most liquidity are infra tokens, so like Game, Convo, virtuals itself, AXBT, which is a unique agent, right? And then even ARC, ASXZ on Solana. These tokens are going to suck up most of the liquidity, or most likely are going to stay. While in comparison, the smaller AI agents that do these things, they're kind of cool. Okay, you can play them because they're the highest beta plays during the AI narrative, but you most likely don't want to hold on them too much because they will be dumped afterwards, because they're not going to be the ultimate focus, right? But yeah, another thing where he says Solana might be the wrong move in extra liquidity, the buybacks. So the Solana, I don't think it is, because that attracts more liquidity from Solana. Maybe it's an extra liquidity strat. We'll see. And then the buybacks, where they should give the money back to the devs and the DAO instead of pumping everyone's bags. Yes, I somehow agree with him, where perhaps it would be better if they give some income to the developers, but they already make a decent bit from trading fees, so perhaps they can be compensated for that. But we'll see what's going to happen. It's a bit of an iffy topic, but I still think virtuals is still going to be very, very fine. So this is the next tweet. Justin, White House says 25% tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and 10% on China will go into effect tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not going to pretend I know what this means on a macroeconomic sense, but this essentially made Bitcoin's price dump from 106 to 102 because Trump made his news. And we kind of won this. People who were voting for Trump, tariffs on foreign imports. But the fact is that that also has an effect on taxes on our own items, because Americans, they like importing stuff from these places sometimes, and the fact that they're going to be more expensive as a result is going to suck a bit. But let's look at the next tweet. Update on the GoFundMe Mr. Punk scam. Fresh walls that all snipe gang newt the top, then use the proceeds to pump GFM. Yes, it's a GoFundMe team. They're in on it. So yeah, basically what happened is that Mr. Punk, so he's just crypto KOL. Yeah, he has a shit ton of followers, and he released his own token called Gang, and he was like, all right, I'm going to buy 90% supply, and I'm just going to just have it up here, all this shit. So yeah, I'm gonna launch a meme on Pump Fund. I'll buy 90% supply, all this shit. And he actually reversed it and actually launched it on somewhere else from Pump Fund. But he essentially rugged on his followers a lot. So I'm gonna pull up the gang chart. I personally didn't buy this because I was like, yeah, this is a little sketchy. But yeah, as you can see, it ran up to 400 million in minutes, and then now it's pretty much down to zero. And this guy, Mr. Punk, so personally, I had a decent view of him. So I was following this guy since like 20K, just watching what he does. And I thought like, okay, he's kind of a decent guy. He's doing it for greed maybe. But even him, it seems that they can be clouded by the greed. And he probably got a paycheck from this. There are some people saying that he actually sold some of his supply to make some money from it. But a lot of people are hating on him as a result. And I think for good reason, because just rugging on your followers like this, not really the best. Personally, I would never fucking do this to my followers. So if I ever made a coin, I probably wouldn't ever make a coin, by the way. I'm super fucking against that, just rugging people like this. But something like this, like, what the fuck, dude? Some of these people, they just do anything for money, man. It's just insane. And he's losing a lot of respect, right? And as all of that, people started doxing his ass. And they found him to be this Indian dude, Rajinder Singh Bhatania. And yeah, he kind of looks zesty, right? And people are like, this guy is fucking gay. It's kind of funny. I don't know if that's actually him, but yeah, this is what happens when you rug your followers. Karma strikes back. And I guess he didn't really follow the lessons about the karma, because karma always strikes back. So it's kind of funny, but Yeah, this kind of sucks for him. But let's get next week. Here's my take on the current AI market. One, thesis hasn't changed. There's nothing as disruptive as much speculative value as AI. Two, next wave disruption. 3D agents, gaming integration. Agents provide trading edge will bring another speculative wave. Three, market moves very, very fast. What's bearish one week is the bullish the next. Four, if you're a seasoned trader, you are not an emotional trader. Five, I'll continue to build and provide value in the AI space because, to be honest, there's not really very interesting in crypto right now. Unless you're a lover of dog coins, PND schemes, games about players, L2s with no users, or other assorted sale things. Six, AI is still the most exciting tech-related micro topic and will be for a long time. Seven, if you're anxious, touch grass. A study showed best traders are dead traders because they don't overtrade and let their portfolios grow over time. So he's giving some very nice advice about this. Yeah, AI, the thesis hasn't changed at all. It's still going to be very fucking big, and I still also believe in that narrative as well. And another thing where AI, yeah, it's probably going to be one of the biggest narratives after this meme coins. I think meme coins base will go first. We'll see if virtual AI also goes with that. There's a pretty decent probability that also goes with it as well. But I'm more bullish on base memes currently. And then again, earlier what I said is the Solana memes. Right now, they are at almost pretty much peak bottom on the tokens that follow the second Elliott wave theory, and they're about to start the third Elliott wave cycle. You can bid these. You'll have a very fucking good time. It has a pretty good success rate. Obviously, it's probably not 100%, but it's definitely very, very high percentage. So you can play that as well with smaller amount, or if you were literally have like a few $100, then you might be forced to full port these Elliott wave cycles. But at the end of them, and you hold on conviction, you're gonna print a lot of fucking money. But yeah, basically, good times are coming in altcoin season, as we saw from the others chart and Elliott wave theory. I hope some of you guys learned about this TA tactic. I for sure was eye-opened when I saw it and saw it in Solana meme coins. By the way, this is extremely niche. Nobody fucking talks about this, but it's extremely, extremely good alpha. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. So focus on base meme coins. Solana meme coins, you can probably do some bids with some size because they're not that risky. I mean, it depends on your risk tolerance. Meme coins at fucking microcap levels, they might be risky for you, but for me, I have to take these risks because I want those outsized returns. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. And yep, I'll see you guys.